Hey guys, PhotoshopProHelp here, and I hope everyone is having a great Halloween. Now, I have done a few Halloween videos this week for you guys, and if you haven't seen the pumpkin Halloween tutorial, go check that out. That's a great start. Now, this tutorial I have done 2 years ago, and this was one of my most popular videos, Halloween videos, and I thought I'd remake it for you guys in high quality and better sound. As a lot of you guys liked this, this is the zombie effect tutorial, and as you can see, this is what we're after. And I'm going to go and jump over to our original image that we're going to be working with. So let's just jump over to this one right here, and this is my original image. This is a low definition image, and I will say it works best with high quality images because you can really see the detail and the effects taking place. So if you only have a low def image, I'd probably go and look for a better one, but obviously you can try it out just to see what it turns out like for you. And all we're going to do from here is we're going to go and keep with like the old tutorial. We're going to go and change the eye colour. We're going to go and change it to a blood red, and there's loads of different ways that you can go and change this up. I'm going to go and select everything with the pen tool because we get a nice selection and we can aim for all the different points in the eye. So we're just going to go round, so hold in and just dragging out like that. Obviously you can hold Alt on your keyboard and then take away that middle after you've, as you can see, hold down Alt and then click the middle and that bar goes. That's all about selection techniques you can learn in other tutorials. And we're just going to go one more time over here. And we're just going to go click randomly in anywhere else and then press delete on our keyboard, and that selects both. So all we're going to do from here is we're going to go right click, make selection, we're going to feather this by 2 pixels, click OK, and all we're going to do is press Ctrl and U on our keyboard. That brings up the hue and saturation panel. Click colorize. We're going to go and bring the saturation up. We're going to go and change to whatever colour that we want. So you can really go mental on this, go and change to anything that you really want it to be. Click OK. I'm going to keep with a dark red, and we're going to go press Control and D or Command D to deselect if you have a Mac. And all we're going to do from here is we're going to go up to liquify, so filter, go down to liquify, and we're just going to go and zoom in. And we're going to go to the bloat tool now, so go find the bloat tool on the left hand side, and we want to go and change the brush size down just so it's the size of our eye. So each picture is going to be totally different, so the brush size is going to be totally different, but you want a brush density of around about 50 and a brush rate of 80. So we're just going to go and make this bigger, and you want to actually count how many you do, how many clicks you do, so they look basically around about the same size. If you do make any mistakes, you can go back by holding Control, Alt and Z, or Command, Option and Z if you have a Mac. And we're just going to do that one again, like that. So they look pretty similar, and we're just going to go up to the forward warp tool at the top left hand side, and we're just going to go and make this brush bigger. And all we're going to do is we're going to drag the mouth out very carefully, so we don't want to distort it too much, but we are making it a lot bigger, so like he's opening it up to eat something. So just go very carefully, and we have something like that. And all we're going to do is going to go click OK. Click OK, and we're going to go and add a few images in. So before we go and do this, you want to go and download them. You can go and download them in the description bar, so go find the link. You can download them off my website and load everything into Photoshop. We're going to go to the one that says marble tile first, so go find that, and we're just going to go and drag and drop that in to our image, and we're just going to go zoom out, and we're going to go free transform. To free transform the image, we're going to go and press Ctrl and T or Command and T if you have a Mac, and make that the same size as our picture. And we're going to go and change the blending option for this. Now it depends really on your picture, but you can have any blending option that you want. I'm going to go for overlay for this, and I'm going to go and duplicate this now, so Ctrl J or Command and J on your keyboard. So we have that, and we're going to go and change the blending option to this, and we're going to go change that to color burn. And we're going to go and add another image now, so we're going to go over to the cracks layer, and we're going to go and drag and drop that into our image, and we're just going to go and do exactly the same what we did. So free transform, Ctrl T or Command and T if you have a Mac, press the tick icon at the top, and we're going to go and change this, the blending option. You can really have anything that you want. You can go down and see which one works best for your image. So that one looks quite nice, linear burn, but I think I'm going to go for vivid light for this, so we're going to go check that out, and we have something like that. That's quite nice. Obviously change it if it doesn't work for you, so let's just go back through them. So let's find one that works for this image, and I think about overlay will do it for this. If you want something stronger, then obviously you can click multiply, or if you want something a lot more warmer, richer, color burn will definitely work for you. Okay, for me, I'm going to go for a linear burn. We can brighten this up later on. We're going to go and add a layer mask onto this, because we need to go and take away the cracks over the eyes. So go to the bottom right hand side, you see a little camera icon, click that, go to your brush tool, make sure that you're working with black, and we're just going to go and click just over the eyes, so we got that, and we're just going to go and take the cracks away over the teeth. And you can keep the cracks over the teeth if you want to, because it does can have a really nice effect on your image, but it really depends on your taste at the time. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our original image now, so the picture of the portrait of the person. We're going to go up to filter, we're going to go up to liquify, we're going to go to the forward warp tool on the left hand side at the top, we're going to go and zoom in, and we want a brush size of around about the same size of the tooth, so we want around about there, so around about 20 pixels, but it really depends on how big your image is. We want a brush density of around about 34, brush pressure of 100, and then all we're going to do is we're just going to go and sweep down and go and change these teeth up, so something like that. And we're just going to go and add a few extra teeth, and we can do that by bringing the gum inwards, so we're using the gum to look like a tooth, and that's just simply drag outwards like that. And you can really spend a lot of time on this getting the teeth perfect, but I'm just going to do this very quickly, so something around about there, and then click OK, and as you can see all the teeth are formatted to the way we wanted them to be. So the next thing we can do is we can add a few blood splatters. Now there is loads and loads of brushes that you can download from the internet, and you can go to brusheasy.com and find loads on there. So I'm just going to go over to the paintbrush tool now, go and add a new blank layer up to the top, so new blank layer icon at the bottom right hand side, click that, and we're just going to go and change the mode at the top of the brushes to multiply. Now what this does is, if we're working with a bright red, what it will do is it will gradually get darker and darker, so it looks like the blood is actually drying. So I'm going to go and keep with a soft brush for this. Obviously you can have any brush that you want, it will work great. And we're just going to go and bring some blood in. If I just show you what it will do, as you can see it's getting darker and darker. So I'm just going to take that off because that's not the way I want it to be. I'm going to go and change the opacity down to around about 24% for this. And I'm just going to go and add a few streaks around the mouth, like that. Obviously you can bring the opacity down on the layer to around about 75, and we're going to go and change the brush, and we're going to go find a splatter brush, so nothing too heavy. So we're just going to go bring it there, and we're just going to just bring it over like that, and we're just going to go and do over the eye as well, so nothing too heavy, and just keep clicking. And as you can see, it does get darker and the blood does look like it's drying up. And you can change over to a soft brush again. Don't forget, just keep changing your brush to all different ones. And change the colour. You can change it to a brighter red if you need to. So it does look like he's eating someone, and you can obviously put a few splatters of blood on his teeth. So around about there. So just go very lightly. Obviously you're going to have a lot more time to spend on this than what I am going to have, so we're just going to go and just take away that blood that was just going over the tooth a bit too much. You can use the eraser tool for this onto that layer, and we're going to go to our burn tool now, and we want to go and start off with mid-tones. And we want an exposure of around about 88%. Obviously you can go lower, depends how heavy you want it for your image. And we're just going to go over very lightly. I'm going to go and select between mid-tones, highlights and shadows. So just swap between them. And you can really change it up. And it gives the blood all different definitions, so it looks a lot darker, like that. And you can go to the original image, and you can just do the same to his eyes, like that, and just around his neck. And we're going to go and add an adjustment layer, so bottom right hand side, go to little circle that's black and white, and go to levels, and we're just going to go and change this up. So have a really play around with this, see what you can create. If you don't like any of the points, then you can just drag them off whatever way that we want to. We're going to go and hide that now, and we're going to go to the adjustment layers again. And we're going to go and find a brightness and contrast, and we're just going to go and brighten this up just a tad, and bring the contrast down a bit. To around about there. So the brightness is going to be about 11 and the contrast is going to be -8. Play around with it, and all we're going to do is we're just going to go and press Control and L on our keyboard, and we're going to go and bring the middle slider over to the black. So we're going to brighten this image up. So it's around about 1.24 for this, and then click OK. And that's basically it. You have finished. Now there's loads of different ways you can apply this to. You can add a lot more blood, you can change the different blood types that you can have, different colours, different colour eyes, and really expand on the idea. Now this is an old tutorial, don't forget that, and this was one of the most popular Halloween tutorials out there. So I'm just showing you in a higher definition of what it did look like and how you wanted to create it. So go check that out and basically expand on the ideas. If you need any help, let me know, and that's basically it, guys. So I'll see you in the next tutorial, and please comment, rate and subscribe. Go check out the website, Facebook and Google Plus account, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.